We don't count money while we're sitting at the table, but we're 70 and 40 with football picks, and by the time you probably see this, hopefully 71 and 41. Saturday, our pre-Christmas bowl and games of the year both go Saturday, plus 3 NFL. 2 of them are Wise Guy plays. 9 football plays on Saturday from your Grandmaster, Joe Duffy's Picks at OffshoreInsiders.com. Got a bunch of picks and previews for you. Florida International and Arkansas State in the Camilla Bowl. FIU, they're going to travel 586 miles to Montgomery. Arkansas State, 348. That's one of the edges to kind of look for. Sometimes a team will have a what we call a neutral field advantage. A little bit of one there for Florida International, but not that much. Florida International, they have a much more balanced attack with James Morgan leading the Panthers offense. He does have 2,248 passing yards and 13 touchdowns passes, and running back Anthony Jones with 802 rushing yards, 9 touchdowns. Now, Florida International did lose 3 of 5 to end the season, while ASU won 4 of 5. Last 5 Camilla Bowls, whatever the hell, however you pronounce that damn flower, decided by 5 or less. Butch Davis, 6-2 straight up in the bowls, but 2-2 at FIU. Arkansas State is 1-4 in the bowls. ASU might have a little extra motivation. Coach Blake Anderson left the team for 3 weeks after the horrible death of his wife. Then he turned down overtures from Missouri. You could see how, the team would have some loyalty, win one for the Gipper, so to speak. But here's my pick here. When a high-powered team plays a ball-control team, generally the game starts out slowly, and then the more high-powered team, and they'll open it up and they set the pace. But usually when you have, kind of a variance in styles, it starts out more slowly. I like under 13.5 in the first quarter. Washington and Boise State in the Las Vegas Bowl, the Las Wages Bowl. Of course, unless you're a client of Joe Duffy's Picks, then you're not losing any wages. Bowl teams with 2 or fewer wins, yet laying 3 or more, are 37 and 27. Yeah, if you would go simply by the records, you would say Boise State should be the favorite, but they're not. But again, counterintuitive. It applies in the bowls. Teams with a much worse record and laying a significant number in this specific system, 57.8%. 34 and 21 since 1992. That, of course, would apply to Washington. Boise State, their only loss was by 3 to BYU. Meanwhile, Washington beat the living crap out of them on the road, 45-19. Some motivation here. Washington probably be fired up. Chris Peterson's final game as a coach has had a successful tenure there. But, on the other hand, some might argue, maybe it's going to be a letdown for Washington. They've been the major bowls the previous 3 seasons. Boise State, though, they got some motivation. They could have a chip on their shoulder. They were passed over by Memphis as a top non-Power 5 team. Chance for them to say they should have been. Boise has beaten 6 bowl-bound teams, but, Washington, they're terrible on third down. But that is one of the things that a team benefits from the time off. They can make adjustments, so they're basically leaving some points on the field, but Washington, with the time off, can make some adjustments there. I do like Washington minus a 3.5. NFL free pick coming up from OffshoreInsiders.com, also brought to you by JoeDuffy.net, and by the way, let me put in a plug. My wife's gift site, DuffyGifts.com. Visit DuffyGifts.com. A lot of good tailgating stuff to keep your beers cold. All right, Appalachian State is among the biggest consensus bets of the bowls. That's a game that goes Saturday. You got 77% of the bets, but yet just 55% of the money. Free winner in the NFL. I'm going to go with the Rams plus the 6.5 against San Fran. Consecutive road games when you have a team off of a loss. 315, 218, and 11. That would benefit the road team, of course. Fade the much better run team late in the year. Again, somewhat counterintuitive, but so many of our systems are. 82, 50, and 2. Then another late season regression. The mean angle is 140, 96, and 8. The Rams are your winner in the NFL. Remember, for the best premium pick, 70 and 40, and one pick that's, pending, looking pretty good. One of the great football years in handicapping history. Well, you hear that a lot from us. You hear that quite a few years. But visit us at OffshoreInsiders.com. Just rocking and rolling.